Study abroad should be mandatory in order to graduate college. Studies have shown that studying abroad fosters intercultural understanding, provides global context, and builds enlightened nationalism. Students who have studied abroad are able to better work with people from other countries and understand the complexity of global issues. And they have a greater intercultural learning. So studying abroad allows the people studying abroad to learn so much more in a certain amount of time versus if they were in a classroom in a certain amount of time, because in every single day you are learning while you're studying abroad, and when you're in your usual spot in a classroom or something, you're usually just learning in a classroom, but of course, like, you're learning all the time, but not as much after the classroom experience, because it's your normal. That's the way you live life. So picture this. 3 years ago, a 15-year-old girl lives in a small town called Steamboat Springs, Colorado. She gets on a plane on her own and finds her way all the way on the other side of the world in Primana, Italy, which is about 40 minutes away from Milan. She stays with a host family for a month, and she really understands, she really learns the culture and the just their everyday Italian life, their language, everything. That little girl was me. I had the chance when I was 15 years old to fly across the world through Rotary Exchange, and I stayed with a host family for a month, and then a month later, the girl that I stayed with came and flew back to Colorado and stayed with our family for a month. So we both got the learning experience of studying abroad, and we both learned so much more than we would have in a classroom. This past summer, I also had the chance to travel through Education First Gap Year. It's short, abbreviated, called EF Gap Year. And I had the chance to do service work in Thailand and teach kids English for a month. And then I also did an internship in Madrid a month after Thailand. But sadly, I was sent home because of the coronavirus. But emotionally, I think traveling abroad forces you to grow as an independent person, and it forces you to make decisions on your own. So one of my reasons for traveling abroad is because it allows students to overcome their challenges. It allows students to step outside of their comfort zone, and allows them to understand that there's a big world out there, and everything's not just going to come to you like where you are in your little spot at home, but when you're grown up, you have to go out and ask for things and get things for yourself. And I think that studying abroad really helps you understand that, because things aren't just going to come to you. You have to figure out how to get yourself to the other country. You have to figure out how to communicate with a host family. You have to figure out what's okay to do in the host family and what's not okay to do in the host family. And it's not going to come to you because you're the only one there. So there's no one else telling you what to do, but you have to figure it out on your own. And host families are so sweet and so kind, and they obviously know you're traveling from a different country, so they allow mistakes and they help you learn, which is super helpful. it also allows students to become more independent on their own, so less dependent on their family and more independent on themselves. And students who do have the chance to study abroad, many come home. I know that when I had a chance to study abroad, I came home much more confident in myself and less on my family. And it really helped me as I was moving into college and as I was moving into greater things in life. It helped me to know that I'm independent and I have to figure things out on my own. And I still could have learned that without studying abroad, but studying abroad enhances the experience, and I feel like personally I learned more studying abroad than I would have if I stayed in my hometown. It's obviously very, very exciting to study abroad. You get to see the world, you get to see so many things. When I was in Italy, my host family, they lived right next to Lake Como, so we would go and have beach days at Lake Como, which is where George Clooney's house is. And when I was in Thailand, we stayed on an elephant sanctuary, and we helped feed the elephants and care for them while we were living. Like, you would look outside your window and they'd be right behind you, or like right there. So it was one of the coolest things ever. You also get to make lifelong friends. Like, I have so many friends in Thailand and in Italy, and I still communicate with my host family in Italy, and I made so many connections. And I think study abroad is really important and allows you to make those connections. Another reason why studying abroad is important is because learning the little things can really go a long way. So studying abroad allows students to be able to get an amazing education where they want to study abroad, versus maybe they wouldn't be as interested in a classroom, and it's not as exciting in a classroom. So studying abroad really, the excitement allows you to learn more, I feel like. It allows you to step outside your comfort zone, try new things, and it's more educational having the experience versus having it in a classroom and reading a textbook. It can increase grade point averages and education because you come back with more knowledge than you started with. It looks so good on college applications, and it's an amazing opportunity. You get to have so many experiences. It broadens your career opportunities, and you just get to learn more about the world, which is so amazing. Traveling abroad is a wonderful experience, and many people who miss out on the chance to explore the world are afraid. But it should be mandatory in education because it pushes people to go past their fears and really learn studying abroad. So studying abroad should be mandatory in order to graduate college, because it would allow you to have a better understanding of the bigger picture of the world and explore new cultures, allow you to make new friends, and provides great career opportunities. Thank you.